Hi and welcome to Copying the Master. Today we paint a loose foxglove from the meadow and copy and ponder on Psalm 13. This psalm is the forsaken soul's cry and comfort. David in his pain and trouble pours out his soul before God. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long will I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long will my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord my God. Enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed against him. Lest those who trouble me rejoice when I move. But I have trusted in your mercy. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, because he has dealt bountifully with me. David thought God had forgotten him and all that he had promised to him. He was overwhelmed with sorrow, which filled his heart. Was David alone in this cry? Long afflictions do try our patience and often do tire us. When trouble lasts long, it is easy to think it will last forever. Grief then turns into despair, and those that have been long without joy begin at last to become hopeless. David's complaints stir up his prayers. This is a good example for us. Our complaints also should only be on our knees to God. His petitions are, consider my case, hear my complaints, and enlighten my eyes. Meaning first, strengthen my faith, for faith is the eye of the soul. Lord, scatter the clouds of sadness which darken my eyes, and let my face be made pleasant. God enables me to look beyond my present troubles and to foresee a happy issue of them. Second, guide my way. Enable me to look beyond me, that I may avoid the snares which are laid for me. And thirdly, refresh my soul with the joy of your salvation. He concludes that if his eyes were not enlightened quickly, he will perish. I shall sleep the sleep of death. I cannot live under the weight of all this care and grief, lest Saul, lest Satan be pleased with my fall. But the psalm does not end in grief. David's prayer soon turned into praise, mainly because of one thing, and that is God's mercy. In the depth of his distress, when God hid his face, mercy was the anchor in the storm. He refocuses his mind and thoughts on God's salvation, which brings songs of praise. I will bless God now and forever, no matter the circumstance. I will sing in hope of what he will do for me at last, being confident that all will end well. It will end everlastingly well. In the beginning of Psalm 13, we see David's drooping, trembling, and ready to sink into sadness and despair. But in the close of it, rejoicing and praising God. Why? Because when we draw to God and his throne of grace, the power of faith and prayer turns our thoughts and focus away from the trouble, but back to the infinite goodness of God and his gift of salvation. Trusting in his mercy, in the mercy of God, we are reminded he has not failed us, and he will not fail us yet.